It's a sunny day in Coogee in Sydney's east. Serena Hunt is busy getting her apartment ready for a house guest.
Hi! Welcome to Funky Monkey Beach House.
A freelance filmmaker, Serena has rented out her spare room for over a year on the site Airbnb. The website connects her with guests from around the world.
Mostly, well, yeah, there's the financial benefit, obviously. It helps me pay the bills and the mortgage. On the other side of it, it's just, I love welcoming new people into my home and meeting new people from all over the place, from all over the world.
Airbnb is one of a growing number of online platforms cashing in on the booming sharing economy. People make money by renting out their spare rooms or even their entire properties. Airbnb takes a cut.
The price changes. I started off at $60 because I was undercutting other people, but I needed to get a few people in and to get those reviews in. That's kind of how Airbnb works. Well, it varies month to month. I think I made about 10 grand last year.
Some entrepreneurial hosts have been able to turn the Airbnb phenomenon into a burgeoning business opportunity.
After I'd been doing Airbnb for about 6 or 8 months, I realised it was generating enough income to justify buying a second apartment. So this basically creates a retirement fund for me. You wouldn't necessarily think of Redfern as a tourist destination, but because it's so close to the city, because it's got such good access to transport, we get a lot of tourists in. So I'm directing them to local cafes, bars, restaurants, shops and so on. So yes, I'm being an entrepreneur, but I'm also supporting other local entrepreneurs.
Airbnb claims that it contributed $240 million to the Australian economy last year. But it's not just the hosts that are making money. A small cottage industry has grown up around supporting Airbnb hosts run their operations.
In April, Billy and Roger left their high-stress corporate jobs to set up a housekeeping business, which solely serves Airbnb hosts.
I was a mechanical engineer working for like a green energy company, and
I was head of technology for Australia's largest advertising firm.
Despite having never worked a day in a hotel, they find the experience much more rewarding than their old jobs.
You know, we've had so much fun doing this business. It's so much more relaxed. You know, obviously running your own business can be stressful, but actually I feel like a lot less stress than actually working in the corporate world. And all of our housekeepers have come from a hotel background. So it's the difference between us just being a cleaning company to us actually being a housekeeping service. And because it's all about the extra touches that you'll find in a hotel versus then what you would get, you know, just from a cleaner. What our housekeeping brings is, you know, the small touches like, you know, diamonds that are folded on the toilet paper and that you always see at hotels, or, you know, in our bedrooms you'll see a chocolate, you know, on the pillows. You know, these are the small touches that you'll find in a hotel that you'll get at a Kayla home.
Law professor Bronwyn Morgan thinks having large corporations making huge profits off their users' resources isn't necessarily the best way to run the sharing economy.
There is a genuine hunger in people on the user end of these services, if you like, to experiment with different ways of sharing space or food or transport or home services. If you could build something that was owned and operated by those who shared their houses rather than by this external company, that I think would address some of these worries about monetization. What we want is monetization to support the resource savings that can happen through the sharing economy and the better social connections, but not just to profit a few discrete shareholders based in Silicon Valley.
Superhost Paul runs educational seminars for other hosts and says the way the community looks after its members is key to the platform's success.
For things like insurance or tax advice, we host meetups where people can come along and say, okay, how do I do this? What are my legal implications for that? That's kind of part of the point of the sharing economy. It allows people to help each other.
But at the same time, the platform puts all hosts in stiff competition with one another with a make or break rating system.
There's 40,000 hosts in Australia at the moment, and you need to be good to be in those top few pages. So If you're offering a mediocre service, the market will take care of you.
But I think we need a lot more research on exactly how effective rating systems are. And there is quite a bit of early research showing that people are very inclined on the very large scale platforms like Airbnb to just rate heavily skewed towards the top end of the spectrum.
For many people, the future of the sharing economy is bright, with lots of opportunity for growth.
We're not thinking just Sydney, we're looking to, Perth to Brisbane to Melbourne. We really want this kind of business to grow, and because it's a platform-based business, we feel that's totally within our reach.
Possible, yeah.
Daniel Graham reporting.